Hey guys, TecTimmy here. So in this video, I'm going to be unboxing my first ever gaming PC. I went with the CyberPower Xtreme VR gaming PC, and we're gonna take it out of the box right now. Let's go.
Oh boy, it's TecTimmy time.
All right, so I apologize for me being upside down there for a second, but these large boxes, I'm unable to unbox them on the table, so I've got to go down on the floor. Hopefully this angle is actually okay for you guys. Got my unboxing knife out here, but to say that I'm excited about this gaming PC would be a major understatement. I plan to use it to do mostly video editing, actually, and a little bit of gaming. I definitely want to try some games on here. I have the Samsung Odyssey Arc 55-inch monitor, but I've never had a PC where I can actually take advantage of that monitor fully. So this is like my first real PC. My son Casey he's an engineer, and he basically spec'd this out for me. We're gonna build one, and then he basically said, you know what? If it's around the same money, the specs that I had wanted, this actually came super close, and I will go over those. I'll touch on them as I take this out of the box, but mainly, this is not a review, obviously, because I haven't used it yet. This is an unboxing video, and I'll also do a little quick setup and show you what it looks like in my desk setup after I get it out of the box and get it set up over there. So I will stick around to the end, and I will show you what that looks like. But for now, I just want to get this out of the box and see what it looks like. I will start off by saying that it is heavier, and this box is larger than I was anticipating for sure. And I'm going to be up and down just because I want to make sure I keep this in the shot and have it centered for you guys. The box itself doesn't have a lot of information on it. Of course, these are all custom built, so nothing to do with specs. I took some notes in terms of the specs here, and I'll run through as I take it out of the box. So it's got an Intel Core Ultra 7, 265KF, 3.9 gigahertz, 20-core CPU. I do not pretend to be a computer expert, guys, but that to me sounds pretty hardcore and should hopefully be able to handle my video editing, which I have been struggling to get videos out because my current PC is laggy. So if you're familiar with video editing, it really does require a high-end PC. Okay, so right off the bat, encouraging. I was a little bit concerned that the PC itself would be as big as this box. Doesn't seem to be the case. Looks like we have something here. Oh, cool. So a free mouse. How about that? So we have the Elite M2 gaming mouse. I was not expecting that at all. Looks like we have something else up on the top here. I don't know if you saw my short on my channel, but the box itself came in smashed up really good. It was, okay, so we have some additional cables here and some additional parts. And I'm hoping I don't have to assemble anything. I'm hoping this comes fully assembled for me. I don't really know what these cables are, but I'm sure my son does, and he'll be able to help me out. But I think in terms of, for you guys, it is what it is. This is the power cable, obviously. It looks like a solid cable there, so that's cool. Here's where the magic happens. We also have a very cool looking keyboard. You know, it's funny. It probably said that it came with the keyboard and mouse. I don't really remember seeing that on Amazon, but that looks like a really cool looking keyboard, huh? So this is all a nice surprise. And so that's the keyboard. Probably don't need to take it out of the box. I'm sure you can get a sense in terms of what it looks like there. But very cool looking mechanical gaming keyboard. Again, was not expecting that. And is this, I just want to see, mechanical light keys. Okay, the backlighting looks cool. Scroll wheel specification. So nice looking keyboard. So this is a very pleasant surprise. So cool on that. I'm going to stick that aside for now, and then I'm going to take this out of the box and tip it on the side here. And I'm hoping I have a PC stand under my desk that this looks like it might not fit. Actually, this is a beefy system. So all right, hold on. Well, I should get out of the box before I decide that it's a beefy system, right? So there's the empty box. Woohoo! All right, we're getting there. And I'm gonna stand this up properly, and I'm gonna come back up and make sure, we have it kind of in the middle here. Apologize for being winded. Wow, this thing is huge. No, this is not gonna, very unlikely this is gonna fit in my printer stand. But that's fine. We can always get another one. And holy, whoa. This thing is just massive. All right, and I want to have some documentation. Let's go indeed. Wow. Okay, so it's not right side up here. Important, read this first. We'll take a look at that. Close off, read before removing. Just to run down the additional specs real quick. So, as I said, it's an Intel Core Ultra 7 processor. I went 32 gigabytes of RAM because I just bought some RAM for my other computer, so I figure I'll transfer that over for a total of 64 gigabytes. It's got a 2 terabyte PCIe 4.0 SSD, and that will basically help me with load times and so forth, which will be invaluable when it comes to editing. And the graphics card is NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super 12 gigabyte CPU. That just sounds crazy to me. Yeah, so I started to panic a little bit when I saw that we need to open the case, and then I thought, hey, this is TecTimmy, right? So basically, the instructions really aren't all that terrible with what you need to do inside. It looks like the main thing is that this stuff here, which I thought might be the coolant, is not. This is packing foam. So this, we just need to take the packing foam out, it looks like. So it says, remove screws from left side panel and remove the panel. Always carefully remove the protective foam before turning on. So there's the foam, and there's a bunch of instructions on the foam that do not apply to us whatsoever. Those instructions apply to the person that packed the thing. So we're not gonna worry about that. And then inspect all cables to ensure. So basically what we wanna do is we wanna remove this carefully, and then we'll take a look at the cables that could potentially most likely disconnect, but probably will not. So we have this, guys. We definitely have this. This is TecTimmy. If I can't open a PC and take out some foam, then I might as well just hang it up, and you guys can go and watch MKBHD and Mr. Who's the Boss and all those guys, right? To take the back of the PC off, I mean, you guys have, if you're gamers, you've definitely done this more than I have for sure. I'm just gonna remove these screws here. All right, I get the Star Wars screwdriver. Let's go. I'm just gonna undo the screws from the left panel. Not the left and the right panel, Timmy. The left panel. And I think can those just kind of hang? No, I guess you're gonna take them all the way off. I don't know. I'm taking them off. I'm going for it, guys. All right, these are all coming off. No, that one's just kind of hanging out there. Okay. So now I'm gonna switch over to my table, and we'll take a look at the foam on the inside. We're gonna carefully take it out. All right, and like other PCs you probably open in your lifetime, this guy just slides up just a little bit and then pops up. So you wanna slide it up that way and then pop it up, and then it comes off nice and easily. And then this apparently, wow, look at that. There's some cable management for you. Beautiful PC on the inside though, isn't it? So this apparently is the right side, not the left side, but still good to take a look. I'm gonna flip it over and we'll make sure we get the right panel off. I'll fast forward. All right, that wasn't so bad. So you want to take the glass side off to get the stuff out that happens to be in the side that if you look through the glass, you can see it. Why I didn't get that before, I don't know. But then again, so these instructions, watch video, all this, pat 10 to 20 times, pack immediately. We don't have to do all that. That's for the packer. That's not for us. So that really confused me initially. And I thought, ooh, we're gonna get deep. We're gonna get deep here right now. And it slides out super easy, guys. That's it. So there it is. So there's our packing foam. As my boy Kyle Kruger would say, ooh, foam. Put that over there, okay. And then, wow. It doesn't look like anything in here. Knowing the smashed state of my box, you guys should check out my shorts on my channel, but it doesn't look like anything in here at all whatsoever came undone. But just to verify, we will check our documentation, look at our most common cables. So the hard drive serial ATA, so the serial ATA cables are the big offender. So we're going to locate the hard drive. Here it is, I believe. Yep. And then, those cables are in there. Good. We're good. We are good. Okay, at least I think. I'm going to fast forward, we'll put the glass cover back on, and then we're going to power this bad boy up. Now, for the peel, here we go. The peel and the reveal. That felt so satisfying. Oh my goodness. My You know what? There's plastic on the inside as well. Oh no. Here. Yeah, so that plastic is on the inside. And I should have thought of that. Fast forwarding. Okay guys, so now I've got the plastic off and we have our foam out. A couple little fingerprints there, but that's all fine. That's why God invented Windex wipes. And so, oh man, this is so cool, right? My first gaming PC, guys. Wait a minute, let me zoom in a little bit. Look at how beautiful this thing is. All right, wow. So here I am about to power on my CyberPowerPC for the first time. I just want to point out that my boy Astro is interested. He came and plopped himself right here under my lighting and everything. He's just chilling. He wants to see the PC too. So he's excited as I am. I'm gonna try and get out of your way. You know, note the ocean view in the back there though. So a little bit of a reflection here probably. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna plug it in and power it on. Before I attempt to hook up the monitor, I think what I'll do is I'll draw the blinds first, but fast forward, let's go. The power button is on the back, right next to the power cord. I don't know if this button's on the top, but there we go. So, oh, maybe that may be a toggle for power that you need to do in addition to hitting the top buttons. Okay, that's pretty fancy, but let's go. There we go. So that was learning right there. Oh, there it is. It said exactly what I wasn't going to do. Look at that beauty, huh? Wow. I'm going to kill the lighting up here. You guys get the full experience here. And the blinds are, of course, they're slightly open, which is awful. Hold on. I've never had a gaming PC, and I'll just say it's absolutely beautiful. My office is in my bedroom, so we're definitely gonna have to power that down at night because it's a little bright. But there's probably ways that you can tweak the lights as well. But the last thing that I'll do is I will show you guys what this looks like once I connect it to my Samsung Odyssey Arc monitor, which I'm going to do next. And actually, drop me a comment below if you guys have any recommendations for, do I go HDMI or DisplayPort on this? You know, it's just, I'm actually not at all sure which one of those is better. I suppose I could ask ChatGPT, but hey, we're trying to get some engagement on this video, so comment and yeah, thank you. And oh, I'm gonna show this up on the monitor now. So there's a little finagling I need to do with the Samsung Odyssey Arc monitor here. So this is my 55-inch gaming monitor. Detecting device, that's super encouraging. PC detected, yes indeed, there it is right there. And let's see what happens. Okay, so now I think I just need to select this again. And come on. And we are up and running, guys. There we go. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna make me configure Windows, which takes forever. So I will spare you the pain of that. But I'll come back and we'll just take a quick look at the video resolution with this epic video card that I have. And I'm using HDMI cable right now because the Odyssey Arc doesn't support DisplayPort. But I wonder if I should get DisplayPort from here to HDMI in the back of the Odyssey Arc box there. Again, drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. I'm going to go ahead and configure Windows, but super encouraging. Looks like we're on our way. Okay, and as promised, I just thought we'd take one quick look at the video resolution before wrapping up the video here. And, you know, essentially, I'm getting a recommended display resolution of 3840 by 2160, which is just crazy. The highest I could get before on here, I think, was 1920 by 1200 with my older PC, which was out of date for sure. But I just love this. I love the fact that I can jack up the scale a little bit to get even, you know, basically things a little bit closer up on screen, and just in terms of the refresh rate. So this handles 60 hertz super easily at this resolution. So we have a bunch of alternate resolutions here as well. all the way up to 1.64.99 hertz. I don't really know what that means, but from a gaming perspective, my understanding is that that's pretty stellar. If you're interested in seeing some gaming videos, or you want to tell me what you think about the resolution, drop a comment below there, and I appreciate it. I do reply to all comments. And then the other thing that I'll show you is just, so I'm editing this video right now, actually, and it fits pretty much the entire thing on one screen full. So that's because I was able to drop the resolution down. So this is just going to make me so much more productive, which is really, really cool. If you also wouldn't mind just giving me a quick thumbs up, it helps out the channel a lot. I appreciate it. And the other thing that I'll do is I will drop an affiliate link down also in the description to this exact model of the computer that I bought. Of course, if Amazon happens to change the specs or whatever over there, could be slightly different, so you're gonna need to do your homework. And of course, you can also customize this to your heart's content. That's the whole point of the CyberPowerPCs, which is really cool. And yeah, please consider subscribing for a fun take on tech. I do all sorts of videos about tech, and hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.